Greetings, Wisconsin. Justin Poublon here. I'm going to take you through the weather situation, what we're looking ahead to in the next few days. What you see here on your screen right now is the temperature graph for Wisconsin. I left it with the guidance numbers there. And this is initialized off of central Wisconsin. So looking better than it has. I mean, I do have that freezing line. I don't have it in there now, but there's a 32-degree freezing line. And for the first time, I think ever, that's gone. It's no longer on the 7-day. Hopefully, it stays that way. I think it will. You're seeing that black dashed line is representing near average temperatures, and then the colored temperatures you see there, 71 on Friday, 69 on Saturday, just generally to show you near average, perhaps a little bit above average at times. That 56 there on Sunday, just indicating a lot of clouds and rain around Wisconsin. So let's move into that portion right now. You're seeing this is the 7-day outlook. Sunday with rain. Monday and Tuesday probably a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see about that. The long range forecast is really it's becoming that time of year where we can't really do a whole lot with it. Meaning, the predictability decreases and things just get totally wacky. And I'll show you an example of that. Here is Wisconsin. Now, this is the departure from normal precipitation ending on the 13th. So that was ending on Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's showing that you have a departure from average of about 1.5 inches there across central Wisconsin. Closer to 1.2 inches. So it's basically saying it's a little bit drier than it should be this time of year across Wisconsin, all of Wisconsin generally. There's and then here, you can barely see it, but it's far northwest Illinois, that section here, over through Illinois. Last night got quite a bit of rain, so they're probably doing all right there now. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about first the Sunday time frame. What's going on Sunday? There's a storm here coming through, and it's going to bring rain to Wisconsin. You're seeing it here. This is at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. Low pressure system here, kind of moving off like this a little bit. On the graphic on the website, I have it more. Either way. And it shows rain kind of around that northern periphery of that low pressure system as it comes through. The GFS has it kind of intensifying a little bit across the Great Lakes region as it moves through. So probably going to be a pretty good chance of rain Sunday across the state. We can just go through here and take a closer look at it. There's not a whole lot to see in the detail wise, but by about Sunday night, definitely Monday morning, things are coming to a head there. Maybe some mist or some light rain leaving as the storm moves away there on Monday morning. So that's just a little guy here, but it's good because, as I mentioned, it's dry, and this rain should hopefully get us back to closer to average for this time of year. As for other hazards, we'll be watching the thunderstorm threat. I'm not too concerned for several reasons. Mainly, it's the timing is not good, and there's going to be a lot of rain and debris. So that boundary layer is really going to be suppressed and not be able to build the energy. However, if things were to slow down a little bit, maybe Sunday afternoon you might have a severe threat within that region somewhere. But again, I really only have it in that target zone right now. I haven't decided to push it up to a strong or severe at all. As far as rainfall amounts, this is like a total, and this may also include some of the rain that fell late last night. But across this region, because it didn't rain too much last night across here, but at all really. But you're seeing 1 to 2 inches maybe in spots, but you also see some of these gaps in here. This is the GFS, the NAM. This is the most aggressive model. This was the 06 run, so the 12Z may be a little different too. But you're seeing maybe a gap in there somewhere. I don't want to draw sounding. Thank you very much. You might see some gaps somewhere in there. Again, so it's not like it's widespread 1 to 2 inches. I think you're going to have some spots that don't get there. But I don't know where that's going to be. So it kind of contributes to the low predictability of the event. The European is sort of goes the widespread route, but we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know. I mean, there's reason to believe that there might be some spots that don't get there. But anyways, about 1 to 2 inches would be a good expectation. Okay, now let's talk about the extended range forecasting in this part of the forecast where we're talking about it's going to get warmer. Yes, it's going to be closer to average or even above average at times as we go into, I would say, around the 20th to the 25th. I'll show you some the reasons why I think that. But here's a look at the GFS model. This was the 06Z from this morning, uh, showing this really strong Pacific jet, kind of what that evolves to is more of a western eastern trough. That's what it showed on the 060 run. But if you look at the run just before it, it's, I mean, they're not even related. Like, you can't even say, like, how do you get from one to the other? I don't even know. These are almost opposites in a way. So just take that with a, take the long range with a grain of salt because it seems to be just flipping wildly. As we go through here. So yeah, from last night, 6 p.m. to this morning, midnight. So that's really bad predictability there as we head into late May. So when you have that bad predictability, I tend to go towards the ensembles, and then I try to shorten that time frame in which we're looking at. So I'm not going to speculate too much on late May. Typically, that time of year does bring a stormier pattern to the United States overall, pretty consistently. So we'll see what that looks like. I think, I don't know. I mean, this year might be a little different. We'll see. But the European, this is 500 millibar height anomalies, would suggest a ridge building. This was a little bit more sharper here, but maybe some more. Basically, this would imply some warmth making its way up into Wisconsin, the Great Lakes region, with a trough building out here, closer to that May 18th to May 23rd time frame, that days 4 to 8. You're seeing that on the European. So that would kind of go against what the GFS is showing, but I think perhaps the GFS is out here at a longer range. So this is May 25th, and that's the day 6, May 6 days 6 through 10 are showing that ridge here across the Great Lakes still, but probably some sort of trough coming in here to try to kick that out. And maybe that's what the GFS is trying to pick up on. But the timing of it all is just totally out of whack. We don't know exactly when that's going to happen. But so my conclusion is that it looks like it's going to be heading into a warmer pattern for the Great Lakes over the next week or two. We'll see what happens in the last week of May. Anyways, this is just a summary of what. I guess here's the webpage. Go there if you have any questions. It's all summarized there. I also talked about the summer like warmth to return in late May. I wrote that story last week, I think, or earlier this week. Either way, yep. So that's WisconsinDebate.com. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you later.